Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It has been way too long. Cannot believe we are back in the saddle again. What is happening right now? I don't know what just went down.
Bruh, I saw
What was
Michelle
that?
clear as day crawl behind the
Was that Michelle?
I hope it was
Was that
Michelle.
Michelle?
What was going on back there?
I was like, I thought there was like, Abby. I was about to ask if you had. Abby, I was about to ask if you had like a cat or something. I just saw like this like white something crawling from. I didn't know what that was.
Tim said, I hope that's Michelle.
What an
it's
opening!
Michelle.
What an opening!
She heard us starting. She was like,
timing was-
all I hear is like, wait. She has her face mask
timing-
on, so she.
Oh,
We're
come
gonna.
on now.
That's the clip, y'all. That's the clip.
She got
That's
her
the
Miss
clip.
Iguana
That's the
going on?
literally-
Yo, I'm weak.
that's-
Mrs.
that's the
Iguana, is that
clip,
what she's
man.
doing?
Oh my
She
gosh,
got the Miss
that's-
Iguana thing going on.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. That's the clip. That's amazing. Hey guys,
On that
welcome
note-
back. Yes, welcome back. And or should I say we're back in the saddle again, which is the premiere song from Aerosmith that is actually the song of WrestleMania 42. So really excited about. We are on the road. We've been on the road. Last time you've heard from us was actually right before the Rumbles. Well, so it's been a little bit. It's been a hot second.
Yeah.
But here we are, not just on the road to WrestleMania, but we have one more PLE before that, which is Elimination Chamber. And we just had the Go Home show on Monday Night Raw. And fellas, I think we have enough to talk about. If I had to steal that line from Cody Rhodes, what do you want to talk about? We have enough to talk about. And Abby, what do you think we should talk about first? We got a lot to talk about. I'll let you pick a subject first.
Well, before we go over some highlights and lowlights of tonight, we got to talk about the biggest thing that happened, which is just a tribute to AJ Styles, man. It was emotional. It was cross promotional. It was beautiful to see so many people sending their love and their respect to such a, dare I say, phenomenal talent. And I don't think there won't be another AJ Styles. He was really, I think one of the guys said it in their videos, but literally the best wrestler walking on 2 feet. I think it was actually
Stone Cold.
Undertaker who said that. Oh, it was Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Yes,
Stone Cold said it.
Stone Cold said it. You're right. And man, he's true. It really is. And so to be able to be a part of that tribute, to see it and see so many people, and just the way he talked about his family was really awesome. That wasn't AJ, that was Alan. And so, and then to get the announcement at the end of the show from the Undertaker himself, I didn't see that. I didn't have that on my bingo card. And so AJ Styles, Hall of Fame 2026. Now we got 2 names for the Hall of Fame this year. 2 big names too. So big deal.
Stephanie McMahon and AJ Styles. Wow.
Yeah, who would have
Crazy.
thunk? And so man,
so Undertaker is officially, remember, I forgot what the guy's name, you might remember it, the NFL Hall of Fame dude that always knocks on the doors to like,
I don't remember
guess
his
he's
name.
the guy.
The
I
big
think
guy?
he's the guy for the WWE then, like, so.
well, he
that's
did
crazy.
say that in
Undertaker
his
is that guy.
announcement. He said, "If you see me coming, know you're going."
No, you're going, which is amazing, and I love that. If we throw the clip out there for our reactions, pretty sure, Abby, did I hear you call it? Were you the one that called the last time that we saw, or was it Tim? Was it you? Somebody said I overheard
me,
the
yeah.
last time that somebody, the last
The
time
last
we saw
time
Taker,
we saw
he was putting
Undertaker.
somebody in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not gonna say the name of the PLE because we want to forget this PLE ever happened. But it was at that PLE.
Who wins the cage match walking
was
out
at
the
that-
door?
That was better than WrestlePalooza. That main
That-
event.
yo, facts.
That Saturday night's main event was better than WrestlePalooza.
Oh, I got the 2 confused. Never mind.
No, you're good.
Yeah, he came out to announce Stephanie McMahon, and then now we see him on TV again. He didn't even come out for John Cena.
That ooh. We might have a little thing to talk about, folks. That's a
So
great
that's
call.
why I
That didn't even
said,
hit me.
yeah, that's when I said when we were watching that the internet's gonna be mad about this Hall of Fame, is because John Cena's not getting in this, but you're
That
putting in AJ Styles, who was not like born WWE. Yeah.
I
But
bet it's probably
So
because of the location more than anything is why it feels like a more rushed way of that. Just because AJ said in his little speech, not little speech, but his speech, he's like, I haven't been able to be a full-time dad, so I bet he's probably going to be family man for a while and not like John Cena, who's out acting and possibly can make appearances here and there. He's probably not going to make as many
yeah,
appearances, so maybe that's why it was done this way.
but
there's another name that's not in the Hall of Fame yet either. That should be in it too.
Jey Uso.
I don't think The Rock's in the Hall of Fame.
he's not. Okay, see, this is why the Saudi Mania, which is what the IWC is calling it, this is why Saudi Mania is throwing a wrench in everything. Because obviously everybody knows that Saudi's gonna throw big money at WWE to get like one of the big 4 PLEs, which they already got one this year. They're getting another one next year. So they're gonna want big names for those. And so the internet rumor mill is saying that they want The Rock to show up for WrestleMania in Saudi. But The Rock is like understanding this, that he probably has one match left in him. And do you want to do The Rock's last match in Saudi Arabia? No, at all. No. You also don't want The Rock to be inducted into the Hall of Fame in Saudi Arabia.
No.
Here's an idea.
So the same goes for John Cena. So that means we have to wait another year for John Cena.
Do you still think there's a chance? Do you still think there's a chance? And then I know Tim said he was going to say something. Do you still think there's a chance that they're holding off and the last name that we get for the Hall of Fame is John Cena for this year, and we just have this massive Hall of Fame class? Do you think they probably thought about this, right? Knowing that he retired the same year that John Cena retired. Like, is it possible?
It is possible. It's possible.
Because we didn't think that a bigger name was going to be bigger, because we thought Stephanie McMahon might have been the headliner. But now we have AJ Styles, which I believe, as a wrestling fan, is a bigger name than Stephanie, even though Stephanie's a WWE household name. But AJ, with his how longevity he's been in the game and how much respect he's got, clearly after tonight we saw that. It made me go, oh, there's a bigger name than Stephanie. And I'm like, man, could we go bigger? Could we have the biggest, because we're staying in the States, we don't know when the next time we're going to have another WrestleMania in the States, because they could go to Europe the next year. It could go to, we never know when the next time it's going to be back in the United States. Could we have the biggest Hall of Fame class ever this year? Because
remind me again, because my memory is not serving me well right at this moment. Who was the headliner last year?
Triple H.
It was H, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it Triple H?
Yeah. He was the last one to go up there and speak, and he was joking around. He's like, Shawn Michaels has to be at NXT in 15 minutes or whatever.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, that's right. It was Triple H.
Okay.
Because they made it that midnight feel again inside, like, and it wasn't at the actual arena. It was at a different place.
Yes, it is Triple H, because I'm remembering when they announced Stephanie, it was, oh wow, now you're putting him and her back-to-back years.
Yeah. So it was Triple H. So what was the reason why you asked that question?
I asked that question to think if they're trying to make this class huge, like in terms of like quality of inductees, is it because Hall of Fame has been losing its I don't want to say prestige, but like its attention, excitement. Yes, excitement.
I think the last exciting thing we had was Taker's. honestly, that I can remember is Taker's Hall of Fame.
I don't know. Paul Heyman's was pretty.
Paul Heyman had a great one. Had a good. Yeah. That was.
I
I'd say
2
the
years
last
ago?
3 that I can remember that like mattered to me. These are personal choices, but was Undertaker, Rey Mysterio, and Paul Heyman. Those are the 3 like that I remember.
I always forget that Rey Mysterio is a Hall of Famer because he's still.
Yeah,
he's still
yeah.
wrestling.
Also DX, but DX happened 21.
I was gonna say it's been a hot minute since DX.
Yeah.
I feel like I keep on cutting off Tim. Tim was gonna say something.
I was gonna tag along to what you guys were talking about earlier. I wonder if like because you guys were talking about like The Rock next year being like a name for Saudi Arabia. I wonder if like maybe instead of WrestleMania he wrestles, it's more of an appearance, and it's like a pop appearance, like just to get everyone excited that he's there. And
Yeah.
what if this next year they dangle the carrot, aka the belt, in front of Cody, and then they get back to WrestleMania, and The Rock comes back with the whole sell your soul thing, and then challenges him at Backlash. Like, if you can beat me, you can keep your soul. But if I win, your soul is mine. And you might have the championship, but it's still my championship or something like that. I don't know. They can maybe...
It's either gonna be something
Because that could be heel turn Cody time.
I could see that. I think if I was WWE and I wanted the most money making match, and if it was Rock's, like Abby said, it was his last match he was ever going to give it all to.
Oh, yeah.
We still haven't had a Roman versus Rock match yet, and I feel like that is the one that has to take him out of like the WWE officially. But I don't know how we're going to get there, or if we're ever going to get there.
True.
Because we
Yeah.
waited so long for it, and we
We
were going to
have.
get it in 40, and then Cody screwed that up. Well, we screwed it up because we wanted Cody to do it. So like,
People screwed
it
up,
was just
yeah.
bad timing. It was just
But
bad
here-
timing.
Gunther versus
That
The
match will.
Rock.
Yo, he retires The Rock. That's crazy.
That would be
Bro, he
nuts.
would be the biggest heel in the industry
Yeah.
ever. Like, ever.
You know, the
Sheesh.
the reason we want to see Roman versus Rock is because there's so much like the family history of it. It's not
Yeah.
that Roman needs a win over The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know that if they fight, like The Rock will do the honors. Like Roman wins that match. Like, but it'll be a great like match because they both know how to tell a story in the ring.
And
But Roman
sell
doesn't
like crazy.
need a win. Oh yeah, Roman doesn't need like at this point in his career. He's
don't
already
need it.
goated. He already has one of the longest title runs. He has this aura, this character. Like he's set. So he's been in what 10 years now? No, they came up in 11, right? 12.
They came up in like 11 or
12, I
12.
think.
So yeah, it's been almost 15
So 15
I mean,
years.
14
okay, that's
years, 14, 15 years.
yeah, a good long run career. And so that match, man, it'll bring eyes, but we don't need it.
No.
We want it.
We want it.
Yeah,
we want it. We want it bad. Like,
So, but I know for sure, like Tim said it might be an appearance. It might be an appearance. Maybe they could do what they did in 27 when they had Rock hosting, and then he interferes in the main event match.
interfered. Yeah.
And then they set up the main event for the next year's WrestleMania
yeah.
a whole year in advance. And so
Yeah.
they could run that playbook again for
Especially knowing that
28.
Roman is starting to be that we barely see him type of character, they could do
right.
that.
Right.
Because it'll always be in the back of their mind, like, because during that build up for John Cena versus The Rock the first time, you kind of were like, man, we got a year. And then like 6 or 7 months went by, and then you're like, oh crap, that's right, that's happening this year. Like you had that moment whenever The Rock came back and they were building up that Royal Rumble tag team match that they had.
It was
before it.
Survivor Series. Yeah.
Survivor Series, sorry, yeah, Survivor Series. And you're like,
It was
like I
against,
said, so like,
It was against
So,
Awesome
like-
Truth.
so
Yeah.
April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, 6, 7 months.
Yeah,
Like that's
7
what I thought.
months.
Yeah, so 6 to 7 months, and you're like, oh crap, I forgot that this is happening at WrestleMania. I set myself up for that one.
I do it every day, bro. Every day I do it.
Man.
At least 6-7 times a day.
But yeah, so But AJ Styles, Hall of Fame. I love the choice. I love it. Well deserved. Internet wrestling people are gonna be upset. You know, the John Cena stands. But other than the tribute to AJ Styles and the Undertaker coming up at the end, me and Tim were when we were trying to react to things, we were like, "Bro, this show sucks." What happened? Like, this show was not good.
It was
Actually,
forced,
Tim,
man.
when you
The
walked away,
whole show.
me and Tim, Kenyn said the same thing that me and you said about CM Punk's promo. What did you
CM
say,
Punk's.
Kenyn?
I said that for it being a CM Punk promo, it was not it. It felt forced, and it just felt like it was just like, wow, like, yeah, CM Punk is great at a promo, but if you had to rate all of his promos, that might have been one of his worst ones he's had. And it just didn't feel authentic, and it just felt like it was a placeholder. It felt like it was a placeholder
Right.
because he has to build up this match with Roman by himself for half of the time, and it's just sucks.
Well, not only
because
that,
it's
but this is why I didn't like the Finn choice. Although I'm not mad at it, I just don't like it. He has to build.
lose.
Well, he has to build for 2 matches.
Yeah,
Like CM Punk has to sell 2 matches,
and what sucks
and that's why I felt
no. Say what you're gonna say.
that's why I felt the promo was forced because that's why he had to mention Roman. And the moment you mention Roman, you lose the crowd
That's what I
because
said.
the
Yeah,
crowd
yep,
will go OTC, hands up in the
And-
air, and you're
Yep.
done. Like you're done. You
And
just
so,
mentioned
yeah,
someone
Tim,
bigger than you.
Yeah, the other thing I said to Abby was that exact same thing too. I said the minute that he mentioned Roman and that he wasn't there, but that he was going to show up the next week, it didn't matter what else he had to say. That crowd was not going to be with him because they don't care. Just like us, we love Finn. I think Finn is fantastic. He ain't going to win. We all know going into it that is not going to happen. They're not going to pull that stupid trigger and then lose all their money for people like. I will try to sell my WrestleMania ticket if that is the case. Like,
By the way, we got a couple people here going to WrestleMania. So.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we've been on here. Yeah, so
I'm about to buy my flight once we get done here. So
I just bought it. I just bought it like before we got on the Discord. So yeah,
I'll touch base with
cool.
you afterwards about it. But yeah, we're gonna be there. So if you guys are watching,
yeah,
let us know if you're gonna be
For
there.
our
We'd love to
fans
meet some
watching.
people. Yeah.
Can I tell you
they'll be at
something?
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
This
Abby,
guy will
man,
be at Backlash.
If we got a sponsor out there who's wanting to sponsor Abby to go to WrestleMania, let us know.
Oh yes,
honestly, I'm just saying that's actually kind of cool that you just brought that up. We're gonna have like a representation for the next 2 PLEs, so that's pretty sweet.
yeah. I'm definitely planning to go to Backlash since it's like right there.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's like
I will say
3
this.
hours away.
There are 2 people that I'm willing to throw money at to meet, and I said 1, but now it's 2 because there's another name that just dropped today, and I got a little
Trish Stratus, bro.
yes, buddy. Yeah. When I saw it, so here's
Dude is
the deal,
bricked.
dude. I'm gonna put the poster back on my wall like I was a kid again. Like,
Put it in the
okay, so
chat.
here's
Put it in the
deal.
chat.
Where's the
Drop
we'll
some
put
bricks
the
in
brick
the chat.
emojis in the chat.
Some bricks in the chat.
So here's the deal. So I knew she was going on a tour to like a Stratisfaction meet Trish Stratus tour. So then when she dropped the dates and she put on there 3 dates in Las Vegas during WrestleMania, I go, no way is it gonna. I mean, that makes sense. So not only is she going to be there, but it's back to back to where it's her and Stone Cold Steve Austin are there. And I am going to lose my freaking mind because I literally told Dez, like, I'm sorry that the bank account's about to look stupid. Like, because I have to meet these 2 people. Like, it's just not fair.
What day is that gonna be?
So that is going to be on the Saturday,
Okay.
WrestleMania Saturday.
I think I'm going to be
WrestleMania Saturday.
arriving late Thursday night, and then I might even be leaving on Tuesday.
Oh wow!
Because I told
Man,
Evan,
you stay in a hot second.
I told Evan that I might hang out and check out the UFC Performance Institute and everything with him, and do some training stuff with him. Shout out to our buddy Evan Elder.
Evan
UFC,
Elder,
UFC fighter. He should be having a fight coming up, so
professional.
follow his Instagram for any fight update news. But yeah, he told me, so
Yeah,
I'll
check
drop
out
this.
UFC on Paramount Plus. Thank you to Paramount Plus for sponsoring this video.
There we go. Thank you,
I was
Paramount.
on the phone with him a little while ago. Kenyn was talking to Evan, and he told me, he's like, dude, if you're here on a Friday, or even like maybe like that Monday, he's like, who knows? But he's like, that Friday, he's like, anytime they have like a big event in town, they're usually giving a tour to people. So he's like, there's a really solid chance that you could meet some people at the PI if you're there on Friday. I was like,
okay,
all right.
I just lied. I lied to our people. She is on Friday. Stone Cold's on Saturday. So here's the lineup for Friday meet and greets. It's wild. Javon Evans.
Go bouncy.
Nikki and Brie Bella. Jey Uso. Lyra Valkyria. Maxine Dupree. Penta. Rusev. Trick Willie.
Rick Willie with the lemon pepper steppers.
With the lemon pepper steppers, and then Trish Stratus. That is a wild Friday.
That is wild. Yeah.
And then on Saturday, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Otis and Tozawa. Dude, there's gonna be no line for these dudes because Stone Cold's there. And then actually, this is a pretty good one. Kane is gonna be there.
Oh, Kane. Glenn Jacobs, mayor of
Glenn
Knoxville.
Jacobs.
Sorry, Knox County. My bad.
Guess who's doing a meet and greet on WrestleMania Sunday? Because there's nobody's gonna do anything on Sunday except for get ready for WrestleMania. The most random person, X-Pac. They gave X-Pac by himself so far. And then here's Monday. So if you're in town and if you wanted to do this, it's actually the cheaper of the days is the Monday after. It's Julia, Road Dogg,
Road Dogg, Jesse James,
R-Truth, and Rob Van Dam.
That's pretty cool. I'd meet R-Truth. I'd like to meet him.
Dude, you should you should talk to R-Truth and record it. That would be amazing.
Whatchamacallit, this is a sidebar because you mentioned these two were going to be on the same day. I told Abby during the show tonight, I was like, honestly, if Jey Uso wrestled like Javon Evans, or if Javon Evans had Jey Uso's like entrance gimmick, that would be like the perfect face wrestler right now for either one of them.
Yeah. If Javon Evans with his wrestling style came out with the yeet thing, that thing would be sold. Like,
yeah, you would never not have cheers for that guy.
He would get the Intercontinental Championship right away.
Yeah.
Like right away.
Yep.
That's wild.
Right.
Hey, Thursday, I'm a little jealous about Thursday. Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis, Matt Cardona, and Chelsea Green. So
Chelsea's
sad I'm
the
not gonna
best,
be in town
bro.
for this.
She's so
You met
funny.
Chelsea.
I did.
Chelsea.
It was beautiful.
That's crazy.
I went up to her.
That's wild.
I don't think I sent you guys the video. I just sent you guys the picture.
No.
But,
Yeah, you have to.
The dude behind me, he was like, "Hey, I'll record it for you." I was like, "Hey, you're my favorite. You're literally the best." Before we take this picture, I just want to know, are you still hiring for Slagents? Like, I want to be one of your. and she was like, "Oh, we're always hiring. We're always hiring." She was so funny.
Dang, dude, Chelsea.
She was like,
Green's
"What's your
man,
name?"
What the heck?
She was like, "What's your name?" I was like, "My name is Abby." She was like, "Okay, well we already have a Slagent A, Alba Fire. So what's your last name?" I was like, "Sanchez." She's like, "Okay, you could be Slagent S. You got it." I was like,
"Oh, nice. Yes. So then the other
so
ones we
Chelsea,
have.
if you're watching, I'm ready to report for duty. I'm ready.
Bro got that as a tramp stamp tattoo.
I was
the next
telling
day,
Tim.
I know it.
I was telling Tim. Yeah.
Slagent S on his butt crack, dude.
Oh my gosh. It's a butterfly tramp stamp.
I legally changed my name.
Oh my god.
Hey, so
Oh.
so the other ones that are on here, you might be really interested in these ones. I'm really upset that I won't be in town for this. When are you getting in town, Tim? When is it? You gonna be in town
Potentially
Thursday night?
late Thursday night, like midnight. Like I called Evan and he's like,
Okay.
"Yeah, dude,
So
I'll probably
we'll-
just have you Uber to my house. I'll be asleep." I was like, "All right."
Yeah, we're all gonna not be there for this. So the other ones are Dominic Mysterio is on Thursday. That's a big one. Drew McIntyre is on Thursday. He's doing a meet and greet.
Ooh. Thursday?
Thursday. Jade Cargill is doing one. You could tell these are all people that are going to be on the Mania card. They're all doing Thursday.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill is doing one. Liv Morgan.
He's on the
Liv
card.
Morgan.
Yep.
Kit Wilson has got a meet and greet. I love it. Toxic. Please clip that. With the, you got to put the theme on it when he did it.
It's just
And
like
just make it just rotate.
loop it over and over again.
Repeat it. Just loop it over again.
Consider it done, fellas. We'll
Shouldn't have
post
ever
that.
did that. We got you
post that
now.
in
We
the
got
morning.
you forever.
I'm the true real man.
And then
Yeah.
the MFTs with Solo Sikoa, the whole crew is there. Stephanie Vacure is going to be there on Thursday, and Tiffany Stratton. So
man, so the MFTs
Yeah.
might have a match on the card then.
they might actually pull a trigger and do a tag team match at Mania. They never do tag team matches.
Which can you believe that, bro?
Didn't they do
Wait,
like
sorry.
a
Wait, I paused.
eight-man tag team last
They
year?
never do. They never do. That's what I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I messed that up. They never do championship tag team matches at Mania.
I don't know. I think the way they're building this, at least on SmackDown, is we might get like a full
We might get it.
4-team
We
match
haven't had it
for
yet.
the women's tag title.
Dude, Kenny, I don't know if you realize this,
Oh yeah.
but based off of tonight's events, there's a chance that Stephanie and Liv could be on Sunday night as well.
Bro, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
Dude,
Please don't be a Jade Car. I don't want the Jade Cargill match.
Dude, could you
I don't
imagine
want
like
the Jade Cargill match
we get
on.
to do the in front of the entire world.
Oh
We
shoot!
get to chant with
With
the entire world.
68,000 people.
Dude,
That would
bro,
be
I'd go
crazy.
nuts if that's the case. That'd be crazy because we definitely are not seeing. Okay, we're about to get into the Elimination Chamber stuff here in a second because I almost said what I'm about to say. But before we do that, just want to pause and say that it has been a hot minute because I don't know if you guys noticed, but you know what? We all have really nice hats on today, fellas. We have really nice hats on.
Yeah.
I love the emos. Great story behind the emos. Shout out
Mhm.
to them. I mean, that's a really expensive hat. Like
This
you
is a
told me,
Louis
Tim. You told me
Vuitton
it's a very
Emo's
expensive
Pizza hat. It got my wife out of about $250 worth of tickets a couple weeks ago. Long story short, the police officer. So this is for anyone who doesn't know, local pizzeria here in St. Louis, beloved by the entire
Shout out
city.
to emos in St. Louis.
Yep. If they want to send Abby to Las Vegas, let us know. Anyways, but my wife got pulled over.
I mean,
and
no,
was wearing this beanie.
I'll lie and say I love your pizza.
You just ruined your chances right
Lost
there.
We just lost a sponsorship. It's over. Like I don't.
Anyways, so my wife was wearing this hat. She got pulled over, and the guy said like, "You have this, and this wrong," blah blah. Then he comes back, sees that she's wearing this hat, and is like, "I'm gonna assume because you're a driver for emos that getting points on your license wouldn't be good, so I'm gonna let you off with warnings today." And my wife was like, yeah. My wife does not drive for Emo's Pizza, just to clarify. So
Just for clarification.
basically, my wife committed
I love
stolen
it.
valor. All right, she
love
committed
it.
stolen valor. She's never once,
Stolen. va-
never once has
I
she made
hope
a pizza
I
for
hope
Emo's.
that cop is not. I hope that cop is not a fan of our podcast because that'd be wild. So yeah, but
Hey,
but they don't know who your wife is. They haven't seen your wife, so it's all good. I mean, unless
past
they
in
have
the
to
past, man.
creep and find out on Instagram and stuff like that. So, and then and then Abby, I know that it's a baseball hat, but USA, man, we swept in hockey and did our
Bro,
thing at
let's
the
go.
Olympics. Like, I'm just saying, man.
I was
like,
I was at church yesterday, but I was watching the game.
Yeah,
same. insane. I was in rehearsal in a drum cage and was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, this is
I
really
was
happening right
watching
now."
that
So,
game. I was like, yeah.
yeah, it was great. And so I
Dak
just have to
Hughes.
say, there's a lot of championship hats that are happening
Here
right
we go,
now,
guys.
but
Here we go.
the one that y'all
Here
have
we
been
go.
waiting for
The one.
is this beautiful thing that's on my head right here. Y'all have probably seen me wear a Seahawks hat all season long on our podcast, but this is the one, y'all. This one right here. And you know who manifested it? Not just me. It wasn't just me. It was Tim. Tim manifested it and said they're going to win the whole thing. I had doubters everywhere.
Back in December.
All around my street, everybody was doing it. But you
Including
know
this
what?
guy.
Now, including, yes, you know what? Honesty is awesome. Thank you, Abby, for being honest about that. But I'm just going to say, just like the greatest champion of all time, Muhammad Ali, would say, the champ is here. The champ is here. I'm just saying. And also, I'd like to say that I'm not the only one that's saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it. ESPN is saying it. Everybody's saying it. They are the world champions of the National Football League. All right, we're great. We can start talking about wrestling again. I just had to say that.
Speaking
All
of
right.
champions, and it's not just me saying it; it's other people saying it.
Let's
We'll
talk about it.
segue right into the Elimination Chamber card, starting with Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship. Their promos these last couple of weeks, ever since AJ came back, you know, to use Tim's word, have been awkward. Been awkward. What? How did you receive him, Kenyn?
I felt it. You know, AJ's doing this, you know, dance around wording and doing the whole, I don't know, maybe I should go to Chicago. Oh, if I'm in Chicago, I should get a championship. Oh, what championship should I do?
Right.
Oh, Becky, you have a championship. I'm like, what? We know. That's the only reason why you're back in the WWE. Like, don't ruin this. We know that that's what you're doing. Like, what? You don't have to dance around with it. Like, this is a no-brainer. Like, we're not dumb. We know. Like, we knew the minute that
It was
hit
weird,
that you're
'cause
going
I
after
felt-
the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, I felt off with that promo, but people online were loving it. But then they had their first interaction with each other, and people were like, "Oh, this was awkward." Again, Becky tried her best. She really did. She tried to level it up and everything, and you know, it did its job. Like, I am peaked for the match and to see what they do with it.
Can I say something really, really, like, hopefully AJ doesn't kill me for saying this, because I'm very proud of her for going to get herself, like, you know, better, and she's, you know, the therapy thing and all that stuff. The therapy killed her character.
Oh.
And what I mean by that is, where is the crazy? Where is the psychotic? Where is that person? You are sane, and it's great, and I'm thankful for that for your personal life. But we need a little something, and it's been missing a little bit. And that's why I said what I said. I respect it. I honor it. I think it's the right thing. We lost the crazy. And there's, like, honestly, Becky looks crazier than AJ.
Right.
And
with that being
she's
said,
losing her
guys,
mind, and
therapy works. Shout out to BetterHelp. I'm just kidding.
I swear, hey guys, wait, time out. I swear, if there is a BetterHelp like logo on the mat during their match, I'm gonna lose my
Oh
mind.
my gosh.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Bro, that match better not be sponsored by BetterHelp, bro. Speaking of BetterHelp, thank you for sponsoring today's video.
Get my
I'm
boy to
just shouting
Vegas.
out
Get my boy to
sponsors.
Vegas.
Oh my
Yo,
gosh.
that's crazy.
Look,
No, but
that's
you're
wild.
right. There is the match obviously feels forced, which on some level, like, you feel like they're gonna run it back for WrestleMania just because of the name recognition.
Yes.
So
Yes.
with that said, like, how do you think this match ends? Like, what are your predictions?
Who wants to go first? Because I already know what I'm gonna say.
How do I think the match ends with Becky and AJ, right?
Yeah, like, who wins and how does it end?
I feel
it's
like
50-50 for me, honestly.
I feel like AJ is gonna win it, but she's not gonna hold on to it long because I think they're gonna move Becky onto something else.
Okay. Okay.
Here's before I give my prediction. Is there a bigger match for AJ at
Say it again.
Say it again.
is there is there a bigger match for AJ to have at WrestleMania than one against Becky Lynch?
I don't see it right now if there is.
The issue
I don't see one either.
The issue that we have with this is that they have done nothing but give AJ Becky, and there's not enough time to build up something else to happen for AJ.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, because it's in Chicago, here's my prediction. Unfortunately, because it's in Chicago, it's wild that I'm saying unfortunately. AJ's going to win the title, and then she's probably going to win, and Becky's going to cry about something not going right, and then we could, one thing's for sure. I think Becky's going to cry. I think she's going to say that she didn't actually lose. I think she's going to get her rematch at WrestleMania. And here's the part that I am predicting. I think that AJ will retire at WrestleMania and lose to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 42.
Oh, that's a.
And then
I'm
be
going to use
part
the
of
word
Hall of
swerve
Fame.
in the sense.
That night.
When
that
she
night,
loses,
you're gonna like.
Yeah, when she loses, Undertaker comes out. And so- no, okay, that's actually not a bad progression. Pretty good theory. Here's what I think is gonna happen because I don't see a bigger match for AJ at WrestleMania. And to your point, Kenyn, that's a really good point. There's no time to build a bigger one. Becky wins on Saturday by disqualification, something like she either DQs herself. AJ wins, but she doesn't get the belt, which leads to a rematch at WrestleMania.
Okay, I understand that.
AJ wins it at WrestleMania. Is my thinking. Now that's, to use your word again, that's unfortunate because if AJ is, let's use the word part-time, and she's not around often, now you're taking the IC title off of TV.
I think that AJ will stay full-time throughout WrestleMania just because she's with her husband, and I think that that's a little bit different because they're together and they don't have kids and all that stuff. Like I feel like that could happen. The crazy thing is that we keep on saying unfortunate, and the reason why we're saying unfortunate, I think we're both on the same page, is that we're going to get 2 Becky versus AJ matches in like 6 weeks time, and it's like, I don't really. It just stinks.
That is unfortunate.
You want AJ to have all these other. She started quoting and saying other people's names last week. Like she was saying, like, I want to have a match with Rhea. I want to have a match with all these people. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you have AJ winning Saturday.
I have AJ winning. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I do
And
too.
Tim has AJ winning too.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 AJ, 1 Becky. Got you.
I'm like reluctantly
Okay,
saying AJ.
cool.
I'll just say that. I'm not like sold
Although
on it.
I
You know
would
what
say, what I'm about to say is going to sound. I'm going to debunk myself because of previous bookings. But usually, the trend was you don't win in your hometown. But Triple H has been bucking tradition, which is fine. It's great.
John Cena.
But seeing as there's 2 hometown matches happening, you almost feel like, okay, there's no way Chicago leaves happy 100%. And so it's like one has to lose, one has to win. And the one that should lose is probably AJ. But, to continue to progress the story, because there is no way in hell CM Punk loses. No, and before we get there, I don't want to jump the gun.
Oh, before we get yeah.
Actually, let's talk about that one next. Let's talk about that one. CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Where we at?
We already know. We already know.
CM
Punk's
Punk
gonna win.
wins. I think Dom goes in to try to help, actually causes Finn to lose the match in some form or fashion. Even here's where I'm at. I think it's even a
Oh.
disqualification, so that way there's no risk to Punk getting hurt before WrestleMania, and then that sets up a WrestleMania match for the IC title for Finn and Dom, and that's how Dom splits up from the Judgment Day.
Actually,
I'm sorry,
to
Finn
Tim's
splits
point
up.
though,
That's
Tim
good.
Tim has a good point because today on the show, Finn told them, "I need to do this by myself.
Yeah,
I need to do this by myself."
Yeah.
And then Dom told them, "I have a title match next week, and I don't need to do that by myself. I need you guys." That's literally what he said. Dom's a troll. So yeah, I could see that happening where they come out to try to help him. He looks at them like, "Yo, what the hell you guys doing? What the hell?" And then he loses the match. So
That's a good one. That's a good call. I like that. I like that. I I am going to be the person that um, seconds that. I think that that's the way that Finn is going to lose. I see Dom getting involved and them building up the IC title for that. So I like that. I like that.
yeah. 'cause I
it
think
also
that
gets
Sorry, I was gonna say I
it
think that would
gets
tank
it gets
sales.
Finn out of the Judgment
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no way you can't make that a triple threat match.
No.
I see a lot of people online saying, "Yeah, just add Finn to it." No,
No.
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 Roman versus Punk is iconic already. Leave that
Yeah, they're-
alone.
Yeah.
There's nothing. We don't need anything there. Cool. We got two more matches.
Yeah,
They're
so
both
I
elimination
have,
chamber
I
matches.
we're all in agreement on that one. Let's
Yeah.
talk women's chamber match. Well, today we got official news that Liv Morgan has chosen Stephanie Vicaire. So the winner of the Elimination Chamber will face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. So me and Tim are
Yep.
trying to figure out which one of those 6 women makes the most sense, or like will build the better program for or better story for Jade. So let's talk about it. Who do we got in the match? Is Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Rhea, Raquel, Tiffany, and why do I always miss the 6th person?
Kiana James.
It's
Say that one?
Kiana James.
Kiana James. That's right.
Because we didn't see
Those
that
are the
one
6.
coming. That's why.
We did
She
not
pinned
see that
Charlotte
coming. Yeah,
Flair,
it should have
dude.
been.
That's crazy.
Should have been Charlotte. Yeah, should have been Charlotte. All right, so Alexa, Rhea, Asuka, Kiana, Tiffany. I lost it again.
Sorry.
Kiana.
So Raquel, Alexa, Tiffany.
Raquel. That was it.
Yep.
Raquel.
Yeah, for that was tonight.
All right, who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got?
I'm gonna be a little bit out there. I think Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
Here's why. Because I think she's like the
Really?
forgetful one.
Say it.
And then if you saw what was it, on SmackDown whenever Charlotte and Jade had that little spat back and forth while Charlotte was coming out to the ring, I feel like they're setting up something. Here's the thing. I think Alexa wins the Elimination Chamber. I don't think she wins at WrestleMania. And here's why. I think something's going to happen
I see that.
to where we get like, I think we need, so if I'm putting like WrestleMania in my mind together, I'm thinking of all the championship belts and all those things that could happen. I think we need a big heel moment. And I think Charlotte delivers that by betraying Alexa to allow Jade to win because she wants to go after Jade to get the title for herself again. And she doesn't want to do it by going after her
Okay, that's
friend.
not where I thought you were. We were almost there
Damn.
together. We were almost there together.
I don't know. I like that a lot, actually.
I
'cause-
like
So-
that too.
What was yours?
Go ahead.
Okay,
What's yours?
I was with you. I have Alexa as well,
Uh-huh.
but you can't have WrestleMania without Charlotte Flair, and I think it's going to be a triple threat match. And I think that I think something's going to go down with either if Alexa wins the Elimination Chamber and Charlotte comes out and then she does something there at the end of Elimination Chamber match, and sets up a heel turn, or something is breaking down between those two, because we all know Charlotte Flair somehow gets her way and she gets into a championship match. And so she did it last year by winning the Rumble when everybody saw it coming when she came back. She did the same thing when she wasn't supposed to be in a triple threat match, when it was Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. And then somehow Charlotte Flair got into that one. So why not have the best two characters in the women's division, at least in my mind, on SmackDown for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which is the WWE Championship? Why not have those two butt heads? They're not in the tag team title picture anymore. There's enough good women's tag teams going on that they don't need to fight for that anymore.
Yeah, I think
they did what they needed to do.
The irresistible
I think
forces
they need to push
is what they're calling themselves now. Just Lash and Nia. They're gonna push them to the moon in the tag division. Yeah.
I think for the tag division, you have them. You have the Nikki and Brie Bella thing that's going to be probably a part of the WrestleMania stuff. You've got the Kabuki Warriors that are still there. You've got the Bailey and Lyra thing still go. There's enough tag teams in the women's division that you don't need Alexa and Charlotte to do what they did. They had to have a big name tag team to make that relevant to where it is, and they don't need to be there anymore. They need to do what they do best,
they did
which
a
is
really
singles
good job
titles. They did an incredible job. They made it relevant. They made it relevant in 2025. And so now it is time to Charlotte to take her rightful place, because she has been teasing too much this Jade Cargill thing for her to not be in the match for Elimination Chamber, and for us to say that's what we want. And we're going to get it with the expense of knowing that Alexa Bliss is going to be the person who might take the pin for
by
Charlotte or Jade by Charlotte. It could happen at WrestleMania where Alexa has to take the pin and keep Jade as like a big phenomenon of a character.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something that I said on the show me and Tim were watching, in a different context, but the same thing. I'm gonna say a theory, and then I'm gonna immediately debunk my theory right after. So
awesome.
I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna debunk it right after. I don't think that'll happen, a triple threat match.
Okay.
Because let me tell you why I don't think, and then tell you why it probably will. Okay. Last year, the same thing happened that you're describing. Bianca Belair won the Elimination Chamber, and she was going against Rhea, and Rhea was a champion. And then Rhea gave a title shot to Io, and Io won.
Yeah.
And then they made the triple threat match with all three of them. So,
and this one's not going to be as big as of a banger like the one that was
probably not. But here's my theory. Here's how I debunk it. I don't see WWE doing the same thing again. Now let me debunk myself. They've used the Masked Man thing 3 times in the last year. So of course they could run the same thing again.
Yeah.
And so you're not off base. Like that is and it fits the story too. It does. It fits the story. I would love for Alexa Bliss to win that Elimination Chamber match, because it does add intrigue to the, Alexa did what Charlotte couldn't, and Charlotte gets jealous and then like fights her way into the match. You could almost like rip it right from the playbook. Like Jade gives Charlotte a title match and Charlotte wins.
Especially if Alexa pins
and now you have
Kiana
Charlotte
James.
versus what, in the Elimination Chamber match?
If she pins her in the Elimination Chamber match, then let's say they do some behind the scenes or some video packages or anything like that, like of them talking about how like I pinned the girl that pinned you. You know what I mean? Like there's story build up there.
Yeah.
So it's like
that
gives
say this too.
One in the chamber for Alexa at least to be able to talk with promotional wise.
Let me wait a second. Give me 1 second. I will say one thing that I did. I wanted to look it up while you guys were talking, and I thought that this was right. Here's a reminder of why I feel like Alexa also deserves it. She got removed due to storyline stuff, and still hasn't. She's come back, but she hasn't had a match at WrestleMania. She did not have one last year. She has not been on a WrestleMania card since she did her big debut back, her big comeback at Royal
Her
Rumble
Rumble
last
one.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So she has not wrestled on WrestleMania yet, and this is a way to put her on the card. Is to
You know,
have
as
her win the chamber.
yeah, now that you guys say Alexa, who by the way is one of my favorites, um, I was thinking from the standpoint of which one makes sense for Jade. Not at all thinking which one makes sense from the other side story wise.
Yeah.
Uh, none of them have, other than Tiffany Stratton, none of them have had a match with Jade Cargill. And so that's why I was thinking Tiffany Stratton might make the most sense because they have history.
I
But
get it, but oof.
now that you guys are saying from the, I wasn't even thinking from the other side. This makes so much like story sense to bring intrigue to the build up. Like Tiffany, I mean, Charlotte and Alexa, Alexa versus Jade, and then you add that actually makes me want to change my pick from Tiffany to Alexa.
I
So-
actually
Can
think
I
it'll
say
even be
something?
the
Can I
last
say something real
two in
quick?
the chamber
Yes.
will be Alexa and Tiffany
Yeah.
because I think they're gonna make everyone think,
And
oh,
Tiffany?
Tiffany's gonna get it, and then surprise everyone with Alexa.
Yeah.
right.
Go ahead,
Which is
Kenny.
what they did with the Rumble. They made her think that Tiffany was going to get the Rumble win, even though everybody wanted to live. So let me say something real quick. All right. We're going to rewind the clocks back a little bit of something that worked. And this is how you can get Jade involved. Alexa's going to win. Let's say she won the Elimination Chamber. Jade is going to look at Alexa, short little Alexa, big old strong Jade. Jade's going to look at her, smirk, be like, you're not on my level, all this stuff. And Charlotte's going to be that best friend that is going to come to defend Alexa and say that she's worth it and all this stuff and say that she can do all this. And then there's going to be back and forths between Charlotte and Jade. And eventually, Charlotte and Alexa are going to be in this fight where they're like, you don't think I can do it. You don't think that I can beat Jade. You don't think that blah, 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 all this stuff. And then she might say something and slip and say, you can't do it either. Or better yet, I can beat you. I've beaten you before, Charlotte. I can beat Jade. And
There's
then
history
all
there.
the wheels start turning. And then all of a sudden, that's how Charlotte gets involved. To be saying, oh, okay, cool. You think you're that confident. And then boom, somehow, because there's a back and forth between Charlotte and Jade, and because there's a back and forth between Jade and Alexa, and now Alexa and Charlotte are going back and forth because they think that they're like that rivalry that they have starts to build back up. All that history starts to build back up. There's your triple threat match. Remember what happened when it was Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and The Undertaker doing those amazing promos, and he said, you can't do what your buddy Shawn couldn't do. Let's act like that is how they're going to build this up. Let's act like you can't do what Charlotte can't do and all this other stuff like that. If Charlotte can't beat me, there ain't no way in heck that you can beat me, Alexa, because you're a 5 foot nothing and you're not this and you're not that and blah, 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 and you're not Ric Flair's daughter and all this other stuff. And I'm that, like she's going to say.
Right, yeah.
All that
That's her
stuff.
line.
Building all that stuff up.
Yo, the Alexa actually, that is very intriguing, and I'm switching my pick. Alexa Bliss.
I think
That's
I
wild.
think also to add to this, to what you could utilize with this to maybe help Jade's character is almost turn her into like a Phantom Menace. Like let her like keep the focus. Like let her like put stuff in like each ear and like make them go after each
Yes.
other.
Bro, you're
And then
cooking. Yes.
And then that's how you
Yeah.
build Jade's character. And then she can even still win the
Yes.
championship at WrestleMania. But
Yeah.
you at least introduce more feuds and more solo matches for Jade.
I'll level it up even more.
Oh, man, we're cooking
Ale-
tonight.
Alexa wins, and then we get 6 weeks of No, Alexa wins the
full.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Yes.
get
Okay.
we get
Oh,
the
okay. Okay. Okay.
6 weeks of Jade whispering into both of their ears, trying to cause friction between them. Something happens. We get the triple threat match at WrestleMania. I don't know if you guys been noticing the last couple weeks on SmackDown, Jade having these run-ins in the back with B-Fab, and with this last week it was with B-Fab and Michin. Still a little like jabbing each other, like you put me on the shelf, you did this. What if they form a stable, a faction, and they come out to help Jade retain at WrestleMania? Now you got Jade, who's now for the last 6 weeks has been, to Tim's point, her character's been developed, and now she got a squad. But what that does is it also gives us 3 months of Alexa versus Charlotte. And you could tell so many rich stories from that. You don't need a title for that. But it also solidifies Jade, because the talk has been, 3 months title, 0 defenses. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But it like solidifies her, to Tim's point, like as a heel. So the Alexa win just does so much. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, I think
that's brilliant. You
I think
guys
she's
are on
gotta
it. That
win
was
it.
I had a safe bet. I had Tiffany Stratton. I am erasing that. My gosh.
Yeah,
That
I just Tiffany Stratton, she came back and she's done no character build up for a WrestleMania match. I
Yeah.
just think that is I think that's the safe bet. You're right. The safe bet
Yeah.
is Tiffany, but nobody I think wants that. I think what I think I was telling Tim this today. And what I was saying was, man, so you have, let's go back to WrestleMania 39. You have like the whole buildup of like Cody Rhodes and the bloodline and all the stuff that's coming in, and then he doesn't win, and then you're like, okay, then 40. There, what did we build up there? The story is ending. This is the end of the story. He's going to finish it. It's going to happen. 41. What was the buildup there? John Cena, is he going to get his 17th title? What is the buildup for 42? We need more storylines. We need
Yes.
more people that we are like, okay, I'm intrigued by the story. We're intrigued by the matches, but the thing that makes WWE is the storylines. And even though we may
Yes.
be having some great matches, man, if there's no storyline, that means no tickets are going to sell. People want to see storylines. Like, there's not strong enough characters to do a Stone Cold versus Rock where the story just tells itself. No, we can't
Oh,
do that.
I sent
We
that to
can't
you
do
guys where I
that.
was like,
Yeah.
I need an Austin Rock promo for this.
I need it for
Roman Punk.
the Roman Reigns CM Punk match. I need that.
But man. But you're right. Like, this is a story-driven product, and
Yes.
yeah, I can invest in them as oh, this is gonna be a good match. But a good match with a great story, I'll give you an example just from last year's WrestleMania. Triple threat match with Punk, Roman, and Seth.
It was incredible.
It was so rich in storytelling, and it was a good match.
And
was
what's
about to say.
crazy about that, Abby? What's crazy about that is that we still had a John Cena build-up at the same
That's true.
time.
That's very true. Yeah,
You had two bangers of main event matches.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
And what are we getting for? Well, we're about to get into the last.
I would
match
say that
Elimination Chamber,
we're hearing the chatter of like WrestleMania tickets are slow. They're not where they were last year. Blah blah blah. And a lot of people forget, like, to your point,
Amen.
Kenyn. There's no John Cena. Like last year, you had it promoted itself. John Cena's last
Yes.
WrestleMania. It didn't
Yes.
matter who he was fighting. This
not
was his
matter.
last WrestleMania. That alone
not
was a hot ticket. Right now, you got Roman versus Punk, which is amazing, a great main event.
Yeah.
But what else you got? Like, that's why tickets are slow. I mean, tickets are also expensive, but so
I was,
slow. Once the card starts to fill out, which right now we're getting more of a picture. But man, if you do this, like, I think this is a ticket seller.
I was
Man,
just gonna
take a
add
Alexa
to
winning?
Charlotte.
Bro.
No.
I was gonna add to like
Or
the
Alexa
whole,
and
the whole
Charlotte?
Jade
Yeah.
thing. Like it's almost like
Yeah.
with what Kenyn added to it with the two in the back. Or who said that? Was that you or Abby? The girls
was
in the back
Abby.
or the last
Oh,
couple
with
weeks? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So like imagine like they're building Jade to be like the Seth Rollins with the Vision, but for
Right.
women on SmackDown.
Right.
So that's
Right.
kind of the energy I'm feeling from that theory. So again,
That-
this is all
that-
theory.
That's kind of
don't bet
the
any money on
idea. I mean, they probably won't run any Vision storylines anytime soon, seeing as they fumbled so hard. All right, so
Yeesh.
you guys changed my mind. I'm going to Alexa. I'm going to Alexa.
Do you think it's kind of
Brilliant
funny though
point.
that speaking of the Vision, I think it's funny that the Elimination Chamber song was the "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor," and right after they did the whole announcement of like Bronson Reed getting hurt, that song comes on. I'm like, yeah, the Vision, the bodies are hitting the floor. There ain't no more of that. Like that. The
No, but it
faction's
was
gone.
funny because even Tim was rapping it though, because it's the remix.
Oh,
It's
you
a remix
sorry,
with
my
the-
bad. It's the remix. My bad. Yeah, it's the
'Cause
remix
Offset's on
version.
it,
We were
right?
like, Bronson Reed has a dislocated thing, and we also want to give a shout out to Drowning Pool. And
Let the bodies hit the floor.
oh man,
It was great.
I don't know if this
last
is
match.
a part of it. Go ahead.
No, go for it. I was just gonna go to the last match, but go for it.
I was just gonna talk about because we didn't really talk about this, and I didn't know if it had anything to do with what we were about to go into for Elimination Chamber. But Brock Lesnar, his whole thing this evening,
oh shoot,
we missed that.
I was gonna talk about that later. I
We
was
can-
gonna
we
talk
can come
about that
back to that
later
if you
on.
want to.
So I have
Okay.
2 questions before we get off the air, and one of them is about that. So yeah,
cool.
yes,
circle
we
back.
definitely have to talk about that. Let's do the last match real quick. Abby, give us the breakdown of who's in the match.
all right, let me see if Tim, let me see if I can remember all 6 this time. All right, Elimination Chamber men's match. We got Javon Evans, Lemon Pepper Stepper Trick Williams,
the goat, my
Randy
goat right
Orton, LA Knight, Jey Uso, and there it is.
There's your number 1 right there.
I forget it.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh my god!
How
How did I forget that jerk?
I thought you were just saying like, and it
No, I
doesn't
was
matter
dead
about the
serious,
we know
bro.
now.
who's
I
gonna
get
win.
it.
blank.
2 letters,
Cody
man. I was
Rhodes.
like,
I thought
That looked
thought
like
that
an
you
iguana,
did-
bro. And I was like, Mr. Iguana's
thought
not in this.
I thought
Very
you
cool.
did that on purpose to say, and it doesn't matter all the names I just said because we know who's gonna win the freaking thing. Like
Oh,
that's how I
That
feel.
was brilliant. No,
That's
I
how I
wasn't
feel.
that smart.
That's how I feel.
All right, so you got Cody Rhodes winning.
There's who else is gonna go against freaking Drew McIntyre?
Tim had a good guess.
I think
That's
LA
not
Knight.
Cody Rhodes.
Wait, time out. Before Tim say, the reason why I said that is because of this. What else does Cody do at WrestleMania? But a title match. Like, what are you gonna put? Where are you gonna put him at? You can't not put him on a freaking show.
I wonder
So
what
what are you gonna
story
do?
you could
He's-
tell with him and Randy Orton if something were to happen at the Elimination Chamber.
It should be for a title, though. That's why I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
I don't want it to be a normal match.
well, the triple threat between Roman, Seth, and Punk last year was for Paul Heyman, right? And
essentially.
that was just essentially a personal match. It was just more like you were
And
so
I'll
emotionally
tell you
invested
this.
into it. That's what
Yeah.
you can do with Cody and
I'll
Randy.
tell you this: as soon as they added CM Punk to that match and made it a triple threat, I was so mad because I wanted Roman versus Seth. That's what I've been
Everybody wanted Roman versus
wanting for
Seth.
so, and I still want it. I want Roman versus Seth, 1-on-1. That's what I want. No title, no nothing.
The last time we had a Roman versus Seth match, right? We were there live, buddy.
We were Royal Rumble
It
when
was
he came
Royal
onto
Rumble
the
in St.
Shield.
Louis.
And
Still one of the
technically,
best
Seth
pops.
Rollins won that match too.
Technically, you won by DQ.
Yep.
We still
That
need
was
a
the
real
last
match
one.
between those
Yeah,
two.
that was the last one.
Bro, that pop was nuts. I'll never forget that.
It was
first
brilliant.
thing that
I loved
happened
it.
that night, and I
It was
lost
the
my
first
voice.
match too, yeah.
I lost my voice. I was like, I don't care about the rest of this freaking night. That was nuts. Anyway, yeah.
But yeah,
so
but then it changed once the promos happened, and then after the match, I was like, oh my gosh, thank God you didn't listen to me. And so I bring that up to say I agree with you, Kenyn, that I wouldn't want a Cody versus Randy just one-on-one. But it tells it. I mean, do you have 6 weeks of story to tell?
They're
I
gonna
don't
be
know
in
if
St.
you-
Louis.
For what? Oh, SmackDown,
April,
right?
yeah,
SmackDown.
SmackDown on April
That's right.
for
3rd.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
I did see that. I got that alert.
I will say this. It makes me mad that the Elimination Chamber has to be whoever wins gets a title shot, because there is so much going on with Jacob Fatu, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, all of them, that they can all be in the title picture. And it sucks that they're like, there can only be one guy who's going to come out of that to be in the match. Because, see, here's the problem. And it kind of, I don't want to debunk my Alexa Bliss thing, but it takes away what's the point of the Elimination Chamber if you're just going to throw anybody else inside a title match anyway? So
That's what they said about the Bianca Belair stuff last year.
So
and
it's like,
what they were
why
saying
are we
about the addition, because Jacob Fatu is not in the Elimination Chamber.
he's not in the
But
Elimination
people are
Chamber.
like, yo, what are you gonna do with him? Like, are you gonna put him in the title match? Because then if you put him in the title match, like you just said, what's the point of the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, because Nick
Story.
Aldis, didn't he said that in time he was going to let him give his hands on Drew McIntyre?
Yes,
Isn't that what he said?
he did say
When
that.
else is he going to get it? Because it
Yep.
ain't there's nothing at Elimination Chamber. When else?
Uh-huh.
They're not going to put that as a SmackDown fight. That is
No.
a main event WrestleMania fight. Jacob's going to be a part of this fight. It might be a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. It might be a fatal four-way. It might be Randy Orton might somehow punt his way into it.
Well, Drew McIntyre did cost Randy Orton the match on Friday.
He put his hands on him. Yep.
He cost him the match against Aleister Black, which, by the way, great match. Did you see that shot of them
Dropping
where
together.
Randy did his,
Yeah.
huh?
Where they
He
dropped
did his
together.
thing on the floor and then he
Yeah.
sat. Oh my gosh, that was so
Yo.
beautiful.
No, not only was it a great match, but great promo to basically be the plant. So we lost Karrion Kross, who used to be the planter of like somebody going like heel and going to
I
a
think
dark side.
Aleister Black is doing that
Aleister Black has taken that over, and he planted the seed about where is the other Randy Orton at. And he talked about the punt, and he talked about, I'm like, bro, don't you tease me for a good
Well-
time, because
that-
I would.
That
Yeah.
kind of feeds into Tim's theory where something will happen at the Elimination Chamber.
You think he punts Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber?
I don't
I think he does
think-
something.
So in order for you to get eliminated, you got to get pinned, right? So who does the pinning? I think is who's going to help tell the story. So I think
Right.
LA Knight's been wearing like this.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. There was
Yeah.
one Elimination Chamber a few years ago. Sorry to cut you off, but just to your point, where Shayna Baszler eliminated all 5 people, and then they did nothing with it. Nothing. So you're right,
Still
Tim.
so ticked
The
about
pin,
that.
whoever does the pin, it needs to tell a story. You are absolutely right. Go ahead.
So if we're in and honestly, I think Trick Williams will do a lot to set other things up, because he'll be like that, kind of like that edge heel where he's kind of like snaking his way in and around everything to just survive. And then hopefully, I think it'll end up being, this is like a rough theory unless something changed my mind. I think LA Knight and Trick Williams will be the last 2. And then I think LA Knight will end up getting it as the veteran guy. Because LA Knight's been wearing that shirt that says Unchosen. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. You guys seen that theory floating around? So Drew McIntyre was called.
Unchosen. Wasn't that McIntyre's? His thing was chosen. Yeah.
From Vince McMahon back in the
Chosen
day.
one.
And
He
so
was the
he's
chosen
just
one.
recently started wearing that shirt that says the Unchosen. And so it's like kind of ramping up there, a little bit of a story between those two, because they have some unfinished business, I believe. And I think it would give, honestly, even if LA Knight doesn't win, it would just give a little bit of like a little bit of a reason for us to like not be bored of Drew as the champion. You know what I mean? Because like him and Cody back and forth was kind of getting a little like, all right, you know, like Drew, you got the belt, cool. Why are you causing Cody to lose the Royal Rumble? Like, I don't know. Like, you had plenty of time. I think what was there, like 10 people in the ring or something like that whenever like Cody was still in there. So he claymores him off the side. Yeah. So I think that there could be something set up where maybe Cody or Randy is left to see the other person very obviously and clearly out in the middle of the ring, stunned, knocked out, whatever it is, and they have to accept and take that pin. And the other one takes that to heart so much that it causes a feud and breaks one of them. I assume Randy. And then we end up getting a Randy versus Cody match at WrestleMania.
Here's the drawback with that. I'm with you. That gives us Randy versus Cody. Gives us
And I'm not
LA
super
Knight
sold
versus
on
Drew.
it. I'm just, that's like
No,
what I'm looking
with
at
you.
now.
I'm with you. Here's the drawback. We got Cody, Randy, Drew, LA Knight. Where's Jacob?
Yep.
That's the drawback.
Can I throw something out there?
That's why
haven't done this.
when Kenyn said his fatal four-way, that one probably makes the most sense.
I have something.
Talk to
I
me.
think Backlash is whenever
Possibly.
Jacob comes into play. Go ahead.
Let me. So, Abby, I don't know. First off, I don't want to assume with Tim and say that he didn't, but Tim, did you watch a lot of WWE in 2010, 2011? Like,
Trying to think where I was in the world.
if I. Okay.
What was I doing back then? I don't think so.
This is WrestleMania 26. Okay.
Phoenix.
Yes. Yes, Phoenix. Elimination Chamber happened the month before.
Wait, was that Phoenix?
And yes, it was Phoenix. It was Phoenix because you're about to remember exactly who I'm about to talk about right here. So Elimination Chamber happened the month before. There were 6 people in that Elimination Chamber, but there was a 7th that came up from underneath the ring and cost somebody the match.
Oh.
Do you remember this, Abby? He forced his
Was
way
that
into a WrestleMania match.
Oh, Edge.
No. Shawn Michaels
That's right.
came from underneath the ring and he cost Undertaker his title in the Elimination Chamber for Chris Jericho to have it, to set up the final match of Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. Now, I know there's no title on the line, but Drew McIntyre has been costing Cody Rhodes everything to get to WrestleMania. Could you imagine them pulling the trigger where Drew McIntyre forces his way into the chamber and Claiborne's Cody to get eliminated from the Elimination Chamber match? There's no disqualification in this match.
Okay, so
Could you imagine
What did
Yes,
Trinity
because
do last year?
no, Trinity got cost. Naomi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Jade came in
Jade.
right before the match started and cost her
cost-
the match and took her
and
out.
she-
Yeah.
and it started
So
with-
was thinking
technically,
about
that
that back,
match
but yeah.
started with 5 people.
yeah.
That
Could
match
you
started
imagine-
with only 5 people.
Could you imagine
I could
Cody
see that
going all the way to
happening,
the
and
top,
in
to the
my
bottom
in my
two?
mind, Kenyn, you're right. In my mind, I was trying to figure out a way for someone to get into that cage essentially and cost someone the match. Now,
He could be
let's-
underneath the ring.
let's count it. Let's count it. Drew, apparently, supposedly, we still don't know. It hasn't been told. Was Jacob believes Drew was the one who took him out,
Yeah.
right?
Still crazy that we don't actually know who actually
We
did it.
don't know, yeah. But Jacob believes Drew's the one who took him out. This is why Jacob came out at not the Royal Rumble, Saturday night's main event. to the three stages of hell match and pretty
Yes.
much
Yes.
came after
Yes.
Drew. Drew has been costing Cody Rhodes. He cost him the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
He also cost Randy Orton a match.
Yep.
So he's going after all three of them. What has he cost LA Knight anything recently? I don't know, but yes, as you were saying that, I'm like, how can Drew get into? Because you know he's gonna be there on Saturday.
He's got to be there.
He's gonna be there. So how does he cost somebody their match or their spot? And who does he cost? The most obvious one is Cody. But how? And then to your point, Kenyn, if he costs Cody the match and someone like LA Knight, to Tim's point, what does Cody do at WrestleMania?
I think but
Wow.
that's the thing. That's where I haven't said who I'm going with the theory with Drew McIntyre being a part of this. And I think that here is how we can get what we want. Drew McIntyre gets into the ring. He Claibornes or does something to Cody. Let's act like there's only two left in the ring. Here's my final two. Cody and Randy. He Claibornes Cody, and Randy has no choice but to pin his person who was part of his faction, his Anakin to his Darth Vader back in the day. Anakin to his Obi-Wan Kenobi back in the day.
So you'll run Randy versus
run Randy
versus
back
Drew.
in the Randy versus Drew, and Cody has to force his way into like a triple threat match, and that's how you get your triple threat match with those three.
Yeah, but what does Jacob do then?
I don't know.
To Tim's point, Tim said Jacob doesn't come back until
I don't know.
Backlash.
Well,
But you think about it, if you have Randy involved with pinning Cody, you open up a can right there with like.
Well, I think we did not get Jacob versus Cody properly.
We didn't. That was not the way it needed to be.
Like, it started off just a street fight. They went through the crowds. We never got a Jacob versus
We didn't get
Cody.
Randy versus Cody properly. I didn't think it was a good enough match for those two for the King of the Ring.
Oh, King of the Ring, they did fight, yeah.
I didn't think it was that. I didn't think that it was what I wanted it to, how I wanted it to go either.
See, and here's the other thing too. The next opportunity to get a title shot is the King of the Ring after Elimination Chamber, which is for SummerSlam. Cody won that one last year. Do you have him win that to then be able to get back into the title picture? Assuming Drew still has it?
Yeah.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, obviously, when we're trying to book long term, but you have to do that when you pick a winner of such a match of this magnitude.
I like the idea because Drew would still be heel. Randy would be face in this. And then you have a month later, Randy's in St. Louis for SmackDown. Something that they're both a part of. Cutting promo about WrestleMania, and then Drew comes in, maybe tries to attack Randy. I'm sorry, Fatu, maybe. Then you put a little bit of heat on Fatu from the home crowd, booing Randy for maybe interrupting a promo or something. So then you can maybe get to that point where you're talking about like a triple threat at WrestleMania. Because maybe these guys just cannot stop fighting and beating the crap out of each other just in the promotional part of it leading up to it.
Well, that's going to be the story, because what it looks like on SmackDown specifically is these dudes just interrupt each other and like beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
One person will come out, they're about to cut a promo, and the other one just runs out. It's wild. So it's almost like you feel forced to involve Jacob somehow.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a fan of the Jacob Cody Drew match.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either.
However, I do think it needs to be a triple threat match in order for it to compete to the magnitude that is Roman versus Punk. Now, I know you don't make matches to compete with each other, You just make matches, or you should make matches that tell the best story.
Yeah,
And I
because-
think, to Tim's point, Randy Cody tells a really good story in addition to the Drew stuff, which is why I think they had Drew cost Randy that match. It's a way to get him involved in the picture.
What
Now
if
that
Randy?
leaves Jacob.
What if Randy admits to being the one that attacked Jacob?
Oh, see, Randy attacks Jacob.
and
Can we do a
becomes heel again.
Can we do a fatal 4-way, bro?
I'm okay
My
with a fatal
gosh.
4-way.
Jesus Christ! Do you remember the last fatal 4-way for the title at WrestleMania?
WrestleMania. It wasn't WrestleMania 2000, was it?
I think that was the last fatal 4-way.
You talk about Big Show, Triple H,
Rock?
The Rock, and Mankind.
I think it was Mankind. Yeah.
I love how
That's
you guys
wild.
just
The one-
encyclopedia'd that right there. That was crazy.
I just can't believe. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're nerding
No,
out
no,
right now.
it's,
that's-
it's great. It's fun to witness.
Well, that's the last fatal 4-way for the WWE
That's
title at a
crazy. It's
WrestleMania.
been that long, 26
Because,
years.
Yeah, because from what I haven't understood, I know Vince didn't like it. I definitely know Triple H doesn't like more than one-on-ones for titles at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So he doesn't do that often.
Yeah.
He did it last year for the women's title.
And then Cody versus Roman had to be that way, but he knew it wasn't an actual one-on-one because a bunch of people were going to get involved.
Oh, the Bloodlines match.
The bloodline thing, yeah. So, because I mean, one-on-one is enough, and I think that we got that, which is Sunday, which is going to be Roman and
Right.
and Punk.
Right.
There's not going to be two one-on-ones for the championships. I just don't think there will be.
So you think minimum it'll be a triple threat,
I think minimum it will be a triple.
and
threat.
you have it being Drew, Cody, Rhodes, Randy.
I think I have Drew, Cody, Randy, but it does make me want to pause and say it's going to be a fatal 4-way because where else do you put Jacob? Because he has no other storyline. He's involved too much with Drew McIntyre to not be in the WWE Championship picture. And so, yeah, it is funny though because the swerve in the Elimination Chamber. Okay, let me ask you this question before we move on to our last final thing before we get out of here. Do you guys believe that if Bronson Reed didn't get hurt, do you believe that Jay was still going to win that match? Yes or no? You thought it was going to be Bronson.
I thought they were gonna have someone from the division there.
It had to be someone from the Vision.
Because if you look at it now, there's only one actual heel, and he's actually way over, even though he's a heel, and that's Trick Williams. There's no other
There's
heel.
no heels in that match.
No heels in that match.
So you got
It's
someone
Cody,
turn heel.
Randy,
That's
Cody,
what I'm
Randy, Jay.
saying. There's no heels in that match.
Cody, Randy, Jay, Javon. Yeah, those are all faces. LA Knight, and then
Trick. And Trick is like the most over heel.
that's
we
so
had.
weird because
He's
usually
like
they do
Stone Cold
3-3.
heel.
Like
No,
he's getting
actually, Kenyn, I told Tim that right now the aura that Trick is giving off is giving me 99 Rock.
Yes. Because the way when he did let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, he is rocking.
You know what
it up
else,
right now.
Kenyn?
Yeah.
And I'm about to nerd out again. Sorry, Tim. You know what else? Today he cut a promo during commercial. We watched it here. Let's see if you can remember this. He's in a match
Yep.
against 5 other people,
Okay.
and he cut a little bit of a promo on each one of them.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's the and you got the die, the Big Show one that he did, and he's got the Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well,
He
I'm gonna do
basically
some Steve
said-
Weisers and did like he said something little for about each person.
Each
Is
one,
that
he was
what
like-
you're
He
doing?
said,
I
There
gotta
ain't
go
gonna
in
be
the
no
Hell in a
Yeaton?
Cell and fight five of the guys, even if it means I gotta go through the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Rest
in peace. And you got the big slow die.
Even if it means
like,
I gotta go through Kurt Angle. I'm gonna drink a big glass of milk.
dude, that's exactly where I was going when you said that.
So Trick Williams did something like that today. He had 5
99
guys,
Rock.
and I was like, "Yo, this is Rock!" Like, and I'm like,
But he can do it. He can.
"But
he
he's getting over with it.
Yeah, he
Because,
was.
He's getting over it."
He literally like attacked every gimmick. In the last one, he was like, "And ain't gonna be no bouncing neither."
Yeah.
I love it. I
He
love
attacked
it.
every
I love
gimmick.
it.
He said, "There ain't gonna be no RKO's. Ain't gonna be no bouncing." What did he said? "There ain't gonna be no yeah."
No nightmares. No one gonna be saying
No,
yeah.
no, that's what he said. No nightmares. It was Rock-esque, and I
That's
loved
awesome.
it.
That's awesome. He deserves that type of like reaction because he's so good on the microphone. That dude is solid on the freaking mic.
Yeah.
Like no one's touching him. He is SmackDown right now.
He
The
came in
fact
there. He's
that-
like, I heard Atlanta's got some good chicken wings. Well, it's a good thing I brought my. He goes, it's a good thing I brought my. And then the whole crowd went lemon pepper steppers with him. It was incredible. It was so good.
It's brilliant. He's
Dude, he's I've been waiting for main roster Trick Williams because I knew that he has had the easiest transfer from NXT to like nothing. He didn't skip a beat. He did
Yeah.
not skip a beat. And thank God they didn't change his character. Thank God they didn't change his freaking his song because it's perfect. He doesn't need to change at all. He doesn't need to
I
change.
need him to have a
one-
WrestleMania match just to hear him come out and the crowd going whoop that shit.
God, please give
I
give
need
me
that.
a
I need
WrestleMania Sunday whoop that trick. I need to be in the building with
Yeah,
that. So,
dude.
yeah,
Oh, man.
Sunday, yeah.
I like it. Oh yeah,
so,
man.
so Tim has LA Knight winning, and Kenyn has. Who do you have winning, Cody or Randy?
I have Randy winning
Randy winning by pinning Cody.
by pinning Cody.
And
Drew
LA Knight-
came in and screwed that over for Cody.
So
LA Knight pinning.
I like what you guys are saying. So I'm not like saying like I'm in love with what I had to say. I just the whole Unchosen thing has been standing out to me, and I'm like that seems like
I
it's a
feel you.
little intentional somehow. And I think here's why I told Abby this earlier too. The reason why I chose Drew whenever we were talking about it during Raw was because as LA Knight is getting a little bit older, you could have him win at Mania, and then he gets to end his career, his older age career, as a champion. And then who best to come in and retire the old guy who has a belt so that this guy can get a belt again? Gunther.
The Ring General.
You have Gunther versus LA Knight, and they have history too. And so LA Knight's open to it because so maybe not right away, I don't know, but I can see
haven't
that
given
being-
my pick because I'm so torn. Like there's the obvious answers are those three. It's LA Knight, Randy, or Cody. Those are the obvious three.
and I have no
But out of those three, I can't. Like if I'm the safe bet to Kenan's point is Cody. That's the safe bet. The other two could be like swerves, but they're still predictable.
Do we know if Gunther's gonna do anything at Mania? Like, is there any like
He better.
has-
He has to.
he
He
has
has
to.
to.
what do
You
we
don't
have
have
to
to
do?
beat
a Mania
John
match.
Cena. You don't have him beat John Cena and retire AJ and then have him off the card at WrestleMania.
Can I tell you something? We're getting off subject, but I'll say this: is Rey Mysterio good or is he hurt right now? Where's he at?
I'm
was in an
so
ice
glad
bath.
you brought that up because in my mind, that should be his next target.
I think the reason why the Dragon Lee thing would only make sense is because of the whole luchador thing, and I think that Rey is going to
Yeah.
come and be that person that saves that over, and he's going to get retired by Gunther at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Yeah.
1,000 times. They have a match next week.
Dragon
So
Lee.
Gunther's gonna unalive Dragon Lee, really.
I think that's
and
what's
then
going to happen.
Ray's gonna
is
make the
Rey's
save,
gonna
and we're
come
gonna
in
get
and he's
Ray versus Gunther at WrestleMania
for his
career.
His career,
And
and I think he's finally
that's
going to retire.
yes.
I like
think
that.
He's going to retire.
That's Gunther's match.
With how
The
much
only reason why-
luchador stuff is going on right now, like we don't need to
Yeah.
keep pushing Ray through the fire. Like let him
Yeah.
be the OG and come
Ray,
back and hang out.
Hold on. Ray has done his job. He got his
Yes.
son over.
Yep.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
great, bro.
In their hometown.
Yes, you got him over. You're great. You're done. You're good. Now, give this one to
It's-
Gunther.
Please,
Yeah.
yeah. And then make him even more of a heel. He's going to be. I mean, he's already hated, freaking Ray is beloved.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
And for him to retire Ray, John, and AJ in 1 year, and then Goldberg was right before all that, that's a
I think
list,
that's the
bro.
best route for Gunther.
This might be the new streak. Like,
Would,
he's just going to keep on retiring people. Like,
Well,
Would Ray
speaking
tap?
no, he's gonna make him pass out.
Yeah.
yeah, like he made Dragon Lee pass out, and Dragon Lee was literally like,
Bro, he looked like Logan Paul Forrest up there.
speaking of streaks, Brock Lesnar came out today.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can talk. Okay, let's talk about
Yeah.
it. Okay, I have 2 things to talk about. Let's do this one. Let's talk about Brock Lesnar.
The reason
and
the reason we segue to Brock is because, in my mind, I had, like, this was months ago, even before the John Cena stuff, I had Gunther Lesnar WrestleMania. That's what I had envisioned. Once he beat Cena, I was like, okay, this is getting more clear. It has to be Lesnar.
No,
Then I saw Oba versus Lesnar at Royal Rumble, and I was like,
yes,
hold the phone. Hold the phone.
it's gotta be Oba. It's
And
gotta
so
be
I
Oba.
was like, dear God, that might be a colossal match if you do it right. If you do it right.
The ring might implode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you do that right, it could be epic. It could be epic. And so Brock Lesnar set out a challenge. Now, I have many people, different people who can, actually not different. I have like 4 or 5 people who I think should answer that challenge. One of them being LA Knight. I think if it's not Oba, this is my list for Lesnar to fight at WrestleMania.
Okay, go for it.
Oba, LA Knight, Gunther, and then a surprise person.
Kid
Whoever the-
Wilson. He's against toxic masculinity, man. So
Yo, can you imagine, bro? Whoever's in that box, I don't know.
oh, I forgot about the box.
That was my second question. That was
Okay,
gonna be
well,
one
okay,
let's
we'll
finish,
get
let's
to that.
finish
We're
the
gonna
Brock
end on
Lesnar
that.
stuff.
That's
We'll finish the Brock Lesnar stuff. Then we talk about the box.
It was gonna be a fun one to talk about the
But
box.
those are my 3 options as of right now. It's LA Knight, Gunther, or Oba Femi for Brock Lesnar. Because I think you got to give Brock Lesnar a marquee match, and
Yes.
LA Knight
Too many injuries. We need to have something big for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and so I love this idea of the challenge, and so we'll see what comes out of it. He's supposed to be on pretty much like not this week, but the next 3 Raws in
Every
a row.
Raw? Every Raw?
Yeah, every
it looks
Raw.
like because I saw that St. Louis wasn't on there, and that's a SmackDown, so I think it's all Raws.
Yeah, he's on all Raws. Yeah, and so I'm curious to see what you guys think. You have Oba, Kenyn?
Yes, I have Oba as my top runner for that whole thing. I don't see why or how it could be anyone else unless you said it could be a surprise, kind of a Seth Rollins. I have an open challenge. I have a way to get into it, but no one's accepting it. Now Brock Lesnar's like, what the heck? I don't have a match. I'm here at WrestleMania. I demand a match, and then somebody comes out at WrestleMania that we don't see coming. The other person I was thinking about that hasn't come out in a while is Powerhouse Hobbs. He came through at the Royal Rumble, and we haven't seen him since. And we're like, what are we doing? Is he a part of
Royce Keys.
Royce Keys. Great name.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I just remember as Powerhouse Hobbs. So Royce Keys, he came in, and we haven't seen him since. I don't know if he's going to developmental and going to NXT. I don't know, like, what is the deal with it? But
I know he's on Stephanie's podcast this week, so maybe he'll let us know.
Yeah, that's true. Great podcast, by the way. I actually have been enjoying Stephanie's podcast. They've been great. The
Birds are great.
AJ Styles one was great. So,
Yeah, I saw clips of that one. Yeah.
So, the Liv Morgan one was good too, and they were talking about her getting arrested and stuff. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Because she said there was a line that she said.
Hold on, let me
in
see
it
if I can
about,
do
like,
it now, Tim. No, I can't do it. It's not good. Do her laugh. Do her laugh.
It's literally like what's that fish from SpongeBob? High tide. And so, like,
dude.
But what's crazy is there was a line that she said that was hilarious. She was talking about how she got arrested, and how the first thing she thought about like was like, man, my career's done. As
Yeah.
much as I love being a part of like WWE, one of my favorite things to do is all of the um, uh, um, uh, the work with like all the charity work and doing all the outside stuff that you could do like with WWE and all of the what's the things that they do she loved doing all the like I don't want to lose all the community service and all that stuff, and Stephanie goes, well, you're going to do some community service. And I was like, that was hilarious that Stephanie threw that bar out on her. They were cracking up for a while. They're like, oh, you're going to lose that community service, or you're going to get that community service one way or another. So it
No,
was
that
just
was
funny that
funny,
they
yeah.
can laugh about that. But anyway, the Oba is the number one person that I think of when it comes to this whole thing, unless some major name comes out of nowhere. And feel like after I get off this podcast, I'm going to start looking up whose contracts are about to be expired at other locations, because that's usually how I can tell what it could be.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
So
I don't
you
know.
have then for Oba to get a match in his first 3 months, 4 months with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, wild. And then LA Knight obviously is my bet, because I just think he deserves a marquee match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he does.
And then Gunther, just because Brock Lesnar's on his way out, and it might not happen at WrestleMania. Then I think we might get Gunther versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, because it is in Minnesota,
Oh yeah.
and they might do a retirement then for Lesnar
Yeah,
in
I
Minnesota.
put more money on that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
why
Because
I was.
it's because it's a two-night
It's a two-nighter.
SummerSlam night, and it's going to be in his home. Yeah,
Mhm.
dude, he's got to retire there.
Yeah.
I bet you he comes back and retires there. Man, if Gunther retires Brock and Goldberg, who are they going to book to beat that dude?
Well, see, it's interesting because now Paul Heyman's promo today, which I think they should have done this years ago, and they completely bungled it. Paul Heyman's promo was like, ever since Brock Lesnar beat the Streak, he's the marquee matchup at WrestleMania now. So, and I'm like, they should have done this after the Streak, but he was in the title picture for so long.
Yeah.
Because now Brock Lesnar versus whoever is, people are gonna watch that match, and if you beat Brock Lesnar, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And so they should have done this years ago, but obviously he was not part-time, but he was such a marquee name that you only brought him out every so often. And so, but I don't know if you start this now, for WrestleManias, how many of those WrestleManias are you gonna get out of Brock Lesnar? How many more do we have left of Brock Lesnar? Is he just gonna do this one time? Is he gonna do it like the next 2-3 years? So that's why the retirement thing is like, okay, do you save the Gunther stuff for later? But it makes sense. It's in Minneapolis. He's from Minnesota. He's been here for about 20 years, minus the 7 years he did at UFC. Yeah, it could be time to hang him up. So
Yeah.
that's my thing. So I have Oba or LA Knight. Gunther's like a safe bet for Lesnar. Oba stuff with Rusev right now might like be a warm up for the challenge. It just sucked that they did that right after the Oba and Rusev segment, because it made it look like someone was gonna come out and no one came out.
Yeah.
And so
Everyone was like
super,
chanting names. They were like, "Who's coming out? Who's coming out?"
yeah.
Um,
So I think we have 2 official matches for WrestleMania, which is Roman versus Punk and Liv versus Stephanie.
Do you think that, before we get talk about the box, because I know we're running like crazy like right now with all this, do you think that do you think that they will announce a challenger before WrestleMania, or will we have to wait until he gets in the ring at WrestleMania?
No, I think they announced the challenger before WrestleMania.
Okay.
I was thinking, like in my mind, like go back to 22, where Seth is in the ring and Cody returns, like big return at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania.
Yeah, you could do something like that for Lesnar, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I think it's a safer bet to say they announce that someone comes out to the challenge.
Or does
Yeah.
it sell? Or does it sell better if nobody knows and it's like, man, you better go to WrestleMania and find out. Like,
It could.
I think
It
that could be
could.
good because even like last year was Randy versus Joe Hendry. Wasn't that originally
Well,
supposed to be?
Who was supposed to be there?
Wasn't it supposed to be Chad Gable as El Grande Americano, or am I missing something? Because didn't El Grande Americano get hurt right before that? Or Chad Gable?
You're right.
no. Kevin Owens got hurt, and they were supposed to do.
It was
like a
Kevin Owens. Yes.
Kevin Owens versus
Kevin Owens versus Randy, and then Kevin got hurt. Yes.
got
yes.
hurt, and so they couldn't do the
And then they-
match.
Joe Hendry got his WrestleMania moment. Yeah.
Yep.
You're right. Yeah.
I don't know where I got El Grande
Yeah.
Americano from.
You just love El Grande.
He did get
Americano.
hurt, so
I think it was around that time, is what I think it was, though.
I mean, we
It-
can make
yeah.
a safe bet that we're gonna get El Grande Americano,
Grande Americano
versus
versus
El
El
Grande
Grande Americano. Yeah.
Mask
it's
versus
good.
mask. And for Tim's sake, I hope it does happen on night 2.
I
I told Kenyn I'm bringing my mask if I do.
Okay, what's in
I
the
have
box,
to
guys? What's in the
Okay,
box?
what's in the box? Here's the final thing to talk about. What's in the box? Out of the box. Out of the box.
Is it a
out of the
person?
box.
Are we gonna like just assume it's a person?
It happens to be about 6 feet 5 inches tall, so I think it's a safe bet that there's a person in there.
If it's Omos, I'm gonna be so pissed.
No, we saw him today. I don't think that would be a thing.
Yeah, we did.
I bet, how did he fit in there?
It's the Great Khali.
Oh my lord, dude!
Go
Remember
bring back
whenever
the
the Great
Punjabi
Khali had his
prison
own?
matches.
What was the Great Khali's Paul Heyman called? I forgot his name.
Muhammad
yeah,
Ali-
he did.
Was
He
it,
did
no, it
have
wasn't
a
Muhammad
talker.
Ali.
His-
It was
His interpreter
Singe,
guy.
right? Something Singe.
I forgot who's the guy who did the Muhammad Hassan guy. That dude was like
Great Khali would
that
go up
guy
there and the mic
was-
and be like, like just say much stuff, and then like the guy be like, he says you
Yes.
are a terrible wrestler.
It was great.
Whoever he was, I
It was
actually
great.
enjoyed that guy. I don't remember his name, but he did really good. But I'm thinking Chris Jericho. That's almost like a safe bet that I don't even know if I want to be true right now. I'm like, is it time for Chris Jericho to come back with the walls of the box breaking down?
I don't
It's
know. I
rough
keep on
because, you
seeing
know-
things that he's not coming back, man. That's so sad.
Is it bait or is it legit? You know, I don't know. Because
It's hard because at this point, with like the Masked Man stuff and the box, and the reveal is always less than, always less than.
Adam Pearce, a couple months ago, didn't he say something like about breaking the walls down for something in
He
like
did
a
say that
Instagram
We're gonna
post?
break down the walls.
I feel like
and
they've been
stuff,
slightly teasing at it to happen.
I don't. Chris
Um,
Jericho is probably the safest bet. But to Kenan's point, I hope he does find some expiring contracts. Could be John Moxley. I don't know.
He's
No,
looking
he
him
has a
up right
title
now,
right
ain't he?
now.
Here's
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry's in the box.
Say his
Look.
name.
I'm tempted to go to NXT while I'm in Vegas to watch Joe Hendry like fight at Stand and Deliver. I don't know. I would love to see.
He's fighting Ricky Saints at yep. The Revolution will now be televised.
the Revolution.
Dun, 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 dun.
Man, the bot. I don't know who came up with that story wise, but it's pretty clever. I wouldn't say it's cool or not cool, but it's clever because
the box going back and forth thing?
Yeah, it's this year's equivalent to last year's The Rock, I Want Your Soul at Elimination Chamber.
Maybe the soul is in the box.
Ooh, maybe it's The Rock.
That'd be nuts.
So here's the deal.
It's called the
You
Rock
heard-
Box.
You heard the. You heard what they said. You heard what they said. That was the dumbest thing. You heard what they said. They said that Aldous and Adam Pearce are going to open it together.
They did say that, yeah.
So I'm wondering what, like, it might not be. If it's going to be a person. Here's the rumor that I saw
Tommy Invincible.
before. I actually saw Danhausen,
No way, really?
Yeah, I've heard about
like
that.
the vampire guy. That might be.
He got shipped here from
He might be in
Transylvania
the-
or something.
He might be in the box, dude.
That-
Like, do you know how
Is
crazy
he
that
done with AEW?
I don't think he's with AEW anymore.
Oh,
I've heard about that too, actually.
shoot.
Because I think didn't I send you something about the patents that were that WWE filed for?
That's wild.
Let
If
me go
it's
to
him,
our
that's
messages really
wild.
quick.
Dude, yeah, his expiration, like, his WWE contract expired.
You know the last time that WWE did like a reveal like of a box or a statue or something like that? It was Sting.
There's a
And he's a
name.
painted mask.
There's a name on this like this trademark thing that WWE apparently filed for like this past week. Now, obviously, it's speculation. It could be just something someone made up. I'm not all in on this. You know what I mean? One of the names is Dorian
He said all in. Sorry.
Dorian Van Dux. DUX. Does that sound like a vampire-ish like name, Kenyn?
I hope
The other
they
one
don't
is-
change his name.
It
Tristan
can't change his
Angels?
name.
CJ Valor, Santi Rivera, Romeo Moreno, and that's it as far as like names go.
Romeo Moreno. That's wild. It feels racist.
I
He's
feel
been off of television. So here's the deal. It's the last day of February. As of February of this year,
the
his
boogeyman.
contract is no longer valid with AEW. And also, he's been off of television since December. He's been off television since December of Reports indicate that AEW contract expires February 2026. He has not appeared on AEW television since December of 2023. He hasn't been on
shoot.
television for a hot minute.
Man, that's like 3 years.
There is massive rumors saying that he is a part of the mystery crate. So it's there. Like, there's a
I mean,
chance, man.
Hey, what if
It's not Chris Jericho. I know
not
that.
Chris-
It's not Chris Jericho.
Unless it's a timer in there that they open.
You imagine
And
if it's a box and then they say, "Oh, it's a box with a clock or a date that says WrestleMania."
It's a box
So
with
the
another
box
box.
said the date of Elimination Chamber, and then inside the box is like, "Oh, now you gotta wait till April 18th." What?
Dude, what if it's like shipped from the
Clock with
Dracula
the box
dude,
and the clock.
and then they let this guy just be like a behind the scenes like creepy weirdo? Because honestly, like a little bit of like dark energy, I think would be kind of like fun to add to I guess like the Raw roster.
What if it's a big clipboard?
That's the list.
Oh my god,
It's like freaking Santa Claus when he got all those UPS boxes.
Someone tried to connect the dots, if you will, about the two people that Nick and Adam were talking to. They had clipboards.
Clipboards.
Yeah.
With like no freaking ways it been.
But that's such a stretch because they
That's a
obviously they had
stretch.
clipboards because they were
They needed-
shipping the box.
Yeah, but honestly, hang on. What about why does everyone have to have a clipboard though? And plus, you only bring one clipboard whenever you're getting that stuff done, and a lot of times it's more like on a
It's
digital
the
scale
guy
now.
who's delivering the crate and he's asking for a signature from the person who's receiving it. So it's like he's the
Yeah.
delivery guy and he has a clipboard and
But
people
there was
are like,
more than
"Oh my
one
gosh,
guy?
it was two different guys, yeah.
Both with a clipboard.
Yes, they both had a clipboard.
Clipboard minions. Like, what the heck? Why would you need two clipboards? Can you also sign my clipboard, Mr. Pierce? I want your autograph.
To
Dude, they had
Kenan's point,
clipboards.
it was hilarious. Nick says, no, Adam says, why don't you send this to Nick on SmackDown? And then Nick goes, send it back to Adam on Raw. And then Adam goes, well, let's open it together on Saturday. What?
Now it's both of our problem. Yeah.
Now it's
I feel like it's gonna be
I'm with
so-
Kenyn. It might be a timer or like another object. Yeah.
because if it is like this vampire-ish dude that you're talking about, Ken's eyes are lit up like a Christmas tree right now.
Bro, I just think that it might be the list, the clipboards just blew
clipboards?
my mind, man. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
and it doesn't make sense
no.
for you. Why would you have two guys with clipboards?
Oh,
Like, what the heck are we doing here?
no, Dude, if they might do the Jericho thing, this is wild.
So, I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm lost.
Well, welcome to Raw is Jericho.
Yeah, I'm just
Dude.
my brain's kind of tapped out right now, but I'm not really like, I honestly haven't even been thinking about that box hardly at all. Like, that's how much like I'm invested in it. So I'm hoping
I
it
would say
blows
this.
my mind. But I'm
To
not
me, the
disappointed with
box
something
is
regular.
irrelevant until the content. It's like Schrodinger's box. I don't care what's in it, but I really care what's in it.
Oh, here's what I was going to ask. Do we think it's a return character or an introduction of a character?
Okay, who can be introduced from NXT?
Yeah. I'm not
I
sure.
got nobody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if it's not NXT, it could be introduction like from another organization. Could be Tommy Invincible.
Could be Zilla Fatu.
Oh my gosh. Could be Jake Paul.
Not Jake Paul. That's wild.
I heard like rumors that like Jake Paul was gonna be a part of something, but I don't remember what it was for. I think it had something to do with
It was the rumor I heard was it was why he said what he said about Bad Bunny. So apparently they're trying to get Bad
Oh.
Bunny to do WrestleMania.
what if it's Bad Bunny in there?
Oh, now we're talking.
He had to escape ICE, so they put him in a package. And shit.
Yikes! And he went to Chicago. Chicago happened to be a sanctuary city, so
Yeah, ICE had already been through there, so it was safe. So
that's crazy.
that's wild. Sorry to be insensitive, but
Can you imagine if it's Bad Bunny? Oh man, that'd be dope.
yeah, freaking Michael Cole go crazy.
Dude's he's living his best life this year. Grammy, award-winning, Super Bowl, pissing off presidents. He's just doing it all, man.
Heck yeah, dude. All right, Ken, what are you thinking?
I don't know, man. I just
You gonna go buy a clipboard on Amazon or something?
the clipboards threw me off, bro. I'm completely gone now because of the clipboards.
Yeah, I saw a couple videos of people who are like, "Did you see the two guys holding clipboards?" In my mind, I'm like, "Well, yeah, they're delivering the box, bro." Like, what? My UPS driver has a clipboard too.
I just
Actually,
think to
no, he
myself,
doesn't.
like,
He has a little touch screen pad, but
yeah, I'm just
I
thinking,
just
like,
don't know-
why
I
do they
just-
both need a clipboard? I feel like it's got to be like a symbolism thing.
I just keep on thinking about all the things that we haven't, like, we have so much to talk about before WrestleMania. So luckily we have another show before WrestleMania.
We might even do.
We have one more.
you might be able to do a show at. Well, this will probably start another rabbit hole that we don't have time for, but apparently they're doing the same thing that they want to do at WrestleMania in Chicago, which is a 50-mile radius blackout
Oh yeah.
where you
That's
can't
just to,
watch
like,
it.
Unless you're at home, is what I think the spiel was.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like bars or
yeah.
other businesses are not allowed to play it. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out. But any last words, gentlemen? I know we're
Well,
getting.
we're looking forward to see what Friday brings, and then hang on to your seats because we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Our WrestleMania podcast would be awesome because we'll be getting to head there shortly after we record it. So
You
stay
guys
tuned.
have to be live like on the stories and on the
Oh, yeah.
Instagram.
Oh
And,
yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
gonna
we'll
be
be-
we're gonna
and
be
if you
there.
get in front of Trish Stratus, just take a picture for me.
Bro, bring the meta glasses now. Bring them.
I'll
Bring them.
have everything I can bring. I'll have
I need
much
the
as I can
meta
store.
glasses because I'm literally like. But the issue is, I just have to make sure I'm looking at her and not doing this the whole time.
Bro got caught in 4K, but reverse.
Hey Tim, all he's missing is a red hat.
Oh, dude. We were joking earlier. I don't know if anyone else listening or watching from Raw tonight saw, but every time like one of the female wrestlers would like walk out, there's this one dude on like the left side of the runway. He was wearing a red hat, and as soon as a girl would walk by, his eyes would be like just darting straight down. He was-
gosh!
I was like,
Bro,
awesome.
he ain't even
You just
hiding
got
it, man.
caught on Netflix, bro. Straight glazing, bro.
Yeah. Netflix and No Chill caught in 4K.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, you can't be wearing a big old bright red hat and
Bro,
doing that, man.
Front
Like,
row, bro. Front row.
bro, you knew that you were going to be seen on camera.
He said
Come
he
on,
was standing
bro.
up, eyes down.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, Ken.
That's
You close
It's
wild.
gonna be a
out,
great
man.
show.
Y'all, it's going to be a great time. Thanks for being here with us. You know, it's always fun to be able to theorize. I felt like we had like an incredible, you know, a couple moments here tonight where we were just cooking with gas when it came to our theories. And that's what we do best here, folks. We are great at bringing in theories. Hopefully WWE catches wind of some of our stuff because we might be writing just as good as they are right now. You know what? But we do love this world that we get to theorize and just have a fantasy booking of all of these matches, and there's no better time but the road to WrestleMania. So if you guys want to have more content of this, if you guys love it, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like this video, make sure you get on our Instagram, like all those videos, share them, make sure you post them, repost them, do all the things. We love all of that love, and so thank you for all of the support. Again, we just want to shout out our sponsors from tonight. We've had BetterHelp as one of our sponsors.
Emo's Pizza.
Emo's Pizza. Shout outs to the U.S. hockey team and to the Seattle Seahawks and all of our sponsors today. We know that this will be enough for us to be able to possibly get our own Abby Sanchez to get to WrestleMania with us. And so, like, we just want to be able to say just thank you. You know what? Manifesting it. It might happen. We're just saying,
Manifest. It could.
It could
Hey,
happen. So
we serve a big God. We can ask for some big stuff. Am I right?
And so we're just love tonight. It was incredible and dare I say phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Shout out to AJ Styles. And not just phenomenal, but it was, you're right, fun.
And if you guys want to have fun, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and tune in for the next one to join in on the conversation with Triple Threat Theory. And with that, we say good night.
Good night.